probably help out more than trying to call him Bubble or so. So top left hand side, our blue Terran player. Give it up if you're cheering on Chick. I just have this big speech about calling him Chick, not Bubble. I nearly introduced him as Bubble. Had to stop myself in my mind and be like, wait, no, you're about to screw up. To the bottom right from Team Expert, our red Zerg player here is Bly. Alright, how's everyone doing? Again, thank you so much for joining us today for what has been a marathon stream so far. We are 10 hours in, coming off the back of the WESG APAC Regional Finals, day number 1. And obviously now just in the early stages still of the OSC Championship bracket, day number 1. A pause here from Bubble, as he has 300 ping. Hopefully he can fix, because this is the server order I was given, right? We are on Central. Couple of moments here as we're going to be good to go. And we can resume nice and quickly, so no major issue. Not like we had between Bly and Maxed a couple of weeks ago in the OSC Masters Cup playoffs. That was pretty, pretty crazy. We had some real issues then. Alright, well, setting up the hatchery cop, dropping down in the natural expansion, getting that ready to go, as we do see an overlord from Bly up through the center as well. So overlord up in the center of the map, and obviously the early setup is still really kind of just taking place. We haven't even seen the expansion from the Terran yet, which is obviously going to be coming down as part of what is actually a reactor expand, not a Reaper expand. So bypassing the Reaper to go for the reactor nice and quickly, it is a little bit interesting, it is a little bit different. It is a lot of fun, so setting up in towards this, getting that rolling right away here. As we get going now for this game. Game number 1. Command Center is going to be about halfway done very soon. The hatchery about to finish up from Bly. It is a hatchery after the pool, so he does have a few Zerglings already moving up the right hand side of the map. Bly here, looking to be aggressive and looking to again just attack around. Actually going to go after that SCV now. A couple of Marines coming in, and we are going to be seeing the Glings just being pushed backwards, so Marines able to stop those things coming in. Again, if the reactor expand, you do have Marines here to defend something like this rather than the Reaper. Bunker coming up behind this as well, maybe aware of the possibility of something like a Roach follow-up. 2 more Marines finishing, and right now Chick keeps on pulling around. He's only going to lose 1 Marine in all of this, and he shouldn't lose anything else beyond that. Shouldn't even lose mining time. There's absolutely no need to really even pull SCVs into this, as he does pick those Zerglings off. Very nicely done. And then Chick's defense sets him up nicely there initially. And the factory now and a starport, what does the next kind of stage of this entail? I mean, for reactor expand, you have a lot of Marines early, so something like a Widow Mine base drop could happen. We will see in the very near future what exactly will come out of Widow Mine. For now, I guess a very common way to go. And that is, yeah, no surprise just yet. Again, reactor expand in general is a bit different, a bit weird. It's something you don't see all of the time, right? So, definitely something a little bit different here. As you're going to see, that Widow Mine will be finishing in a moment or two. Again, that starport also finishing now in the main, and there's going to be a salvage on the bunker. Check realizing, well, if there was going to be an attack, it would have been here by now. So he's going to have the Marines and the Widow Mine to drop at the same time, and now going in towards the tech lab on the factory. We'll see if he wants to follow up with a siege tank or so, or if he actually just wants to go in towards maybe a Banshee, could swap that starport onto the tech lab. A few different possibilities here for the follow-up, of course, keeping his options open. Like a nice cool little build order. Creep spreading out over to the right hand side, spreading out over towards the left as well as the Bly, going in a couple of different directions here. Again, a Queen just sat towards the front as well, as we do see a few Marines. They're going to be nibbling away, and they will be able to kill off this Overlord. And it is actually just the tech lab for Stimpack very early on, so going to go straight into the bioplay behind this. No third command center just yet. It's a little bit of an interesting way of going. Anyways, let's follow this Widow Mine Marine drop down to the south side. And we're going to be seeing the Zerglings continue to come on through, gathering together, and the Queen's able to push back the medevac for now. So the Queen's able to push back the medevac over to the left. As you just see again, the lair currently on the way up right now from Bly. The roach thrower is indeed dropping down as well. So that's starting to come into play here. Again, just opening some options up for Bly over the next few moments. More Zerglings on the way out currently. I don't think he's going to get overly aggressive. I think he's just getting ready to defend if necessary. Oh, maybe he is going to at least try to run by though. If the wall isn't up, may as well try and do something. But SCVs combined with the Marines will be enough, and he'll hold on for now. More Ling's going to arrive though. That depot not up just yet, but as the Marines come back on the medevac, he will actually be able to unload, and this should be the end of this kind of pressure forwards. Shouldn't be too much be able to be gained. I mean, the Lings don't have a Baneling nest to kind of morph into Banes with, so there's no way they actually break through this wall. He will get 2 SCVs on the wrong side of the wall, unfortunately, for Chick. But as it stands, that will be pretty much all the damage that will be dealt. And, you know, he did lower his own Ling count to be able to do this, or his own drone count to be able to do this. Producing a lot of Lings does not come for free. You know, you do have to stop making drones for that to happen, so... Meanwhile, we're going to be seeing this medevac just sat out front of the natural. You're going to be seeing that engineering bay continuing to come up with the +1 attack upgrade right now, and we do see the stim pack coming in behind it as well. Going to be finishing very shortly as that medevac of Chick loads up, and we'll start to move down the left-hand side here, looking to drop around and to get some damage done. Creep continue to press out onto the map in a couple of different directions, up through the center, out to the right, off to the left. I mean, it's obviously really nice for Bly here to get so much creep on. One of the things that Chick hasn't been able to do with this opening is really kind of delay the creep spread. I mean, this is the first time we're really going to be seeing that. Gets himself maybe one active tumor here, but that'll be all without a scan. Nope, he gets the second one too. It's funny how quickly Marines can kill things if they get the chance. Oh my god, this Widow Mine kills so many Zerglings. That was that. Just about 8 kills, I think, on it actually, so it wasn't too bad. As you're going to see that medevac coming back up to the top side once again. +1 attack upgrade, combat shield coming through, and we are going to be seeing that roach speed as well from Bly continue to get set up and rolling as it's going to be finishing up in the next couple of moments. So roach speed will be finishing, and we're going to be seeing Marines pushing out onto the map once again here from Chick. So more Marines coming down the left, and we are going to be seeing them going to be looking to see what they can get up to. Meanwhile, Zerglings from Bly up the right hand side, looking to try and see if they can do a little bit more over the next few moments. What are you going to be seeing a creep team again picked off right there, and again the Lings as they run by will be able to come in and get themselves a surround on this supply depot, and an SCV going to get taken down with it. The depot is going to get very low. Actually, funny that it's so close to finishing, going to kind of just survive as it goes as well. It's a bit of an interesting position to be in. But it does actually get cancelled in the end. No third CC by Chick, by the way. Worth mentioning that I haven't mentioned so far. We mentioned he took the extra barracks before the third CC, but still not have one. Obviously just implies a lot of aggression. As Bly playing the Roach Ravager style is, well, going to be so careful with so many siege tanks. Chick should make sure to try and keep the siege tanks spread, though. Does not want those to be too clumped up together. And see, here we go. Marines are going to be able to fire once again. The thing is, these Ravagers aren't even getting the barrels off on the tanks. They're just too far back, the tanks. The Ravagers not getting in range. So that's a pretty big deal, as we're going to see Ling's able to break through this depot, and Marines able to pick off a whole bunch more of those Zerglings. So chunks of Zerglings going down, and again, just some bio at the front here from Chick. Going to be able to look to try and do a little bit more. Roaches and Ravagers starting to push on forwards here, and you're going to see this bio turning around once again. Queens taking quite a bit of damage. Corrosive Bowels dropping down again. Some Zerglings streaming in from other sides, and we are going to see Queens down at the south side continue to well, join this fight basically. Another few Corrosive Bowels coming down. We are going to see another siege tank or two being picked off, and we are going to be seeing in general now Chick continuing to push this away, kind of. I mean, his Chick's army is kind of low as well, though. Like, he really doesn't have much left. Bly is maybe actually going to end up defending this here. This was kind of crazy. Like, this was very close, kind of at the end of it, all said and done. As we're going to be seeing those two medevacs pulling back up to the top side of the map. +1 armor upgrade from Chick continue to come out here, and that command center will be dropping as part of this wall off now as well. Roaches and Ravagers coming up this left side, and we'll be trying to see what they can do. Corrosive Bowels going to get in a position where they would just kind of start to cancel that CC, so he's going to cancel it just preemptively. Now Chick's going to lose his +1 armor upgrade if he isn't careful. It's already getting low. Ravagers, if they get another set of Bowels off him, he might just be able to attack it down. In fact, the Corrosive Bowels will get it here, as he continues to trade out the front. Those tanks out of range to be able to reach the Roaches as they trade out this far forwards. And Chick needs to be very careful about that, as Roaches and Ravagers Trying to do a little bit more just from preemptive files coming in still. And again, 15 more roaches on the way up. So 15 more roaches coming through is going to be seeing Bly coming back through the center of the map now. Back down to the south side to see what he can do next. Fourth hatchery to the bottom left, and Bly just setting up with that as well. His supply going pretty well so far, 152 over the 110. He's got a lot of money to spend if he gets out of this supply block. As Chick, a follow-up attack here, which realistically just looks like another roll-in basically. 4 tanks inside, I mean a big chunk of bio. He is building the third CC, but man is it so late. His upgrades aren't continuing because he lost the engineering bay, and I love this from Bly. Roaches are going to come up through the center as Chick goes down the left, and so Chick's going to be caught completely out of position, pushing straight on in. I mean an SCV going down already, the Marines and the Marauder are going to drop too, and those units are just going to keep on disappearing. I mean, what do you do right now? I mean, Siege Tank, I guess, can siege on the high ground to help out. Bly still has to defend over on this side as well, but doubling the army supply, it feels as though he'll probably still have enough here, even though he's also committing off up to that top side as well. I mean, the tank finally sieges, but it'll go down pretty quickly once the roaches get up the ramp to see the vision on it. And again, Chick needs to do so much right now, but he's just not really finding anything. Bly just, again, taking it carefully on this side, because he knows he's just doing so much with this army and the natural, etc. GG, and Bly will take game number 1. Our player who kicks off to the top right hand side, he is up a game right now in this best of 3 series from Team Expert. Just to say it again, it is Bly. Top left is going to be our Red Terran player. Give it up, his Chick. Alrighty then, so looking to see how this goes. Guys, if you're looking for the Snoot games, they are not on this stream. They are on twitch.tv/OSC esports. We are not casting the Snoot games today. That is that's over on the OSC stream. Alright, so again, we're ready to roll, looking to see how things will go in this second game, as Chick is going to say GG. Blanked. No, of course, Chick, a Chinese player here, so doesn't necessarily know. Maybe you'll understand what Bly is saying early on. As you see this SCV coming through the top side, I'm going to keep on going. SCV comes in again, a little bit of a scout around to get this started here. Hatch, gas, and pool getting ready to go here early on. As you're obviously seeing a very very standard startup here from Bly, as Chick actually will expand down to the gold base. So yeah, it's kind of weird a TVZ build, because in ZvP for example, the Protoss will always take the gold, and the Zerg will sometimes. In the ZvT, no one ever really knows what to do, and the gold base is something people try now and then, but with Bly already throwing down the Roadtron and looking to be aggressive here, the gold base is not actually, it's kind of not brilliant, but it's not terrible. It's not brilliant because A, it's so far away. If Bly does come down to this side, it's very difficult to relocate units down there to defend. If you say it drops, roaches over or breaks through those rocks eventually, etc. Over on this side, obviously, going up this ramp, one of the plus sides is coming up this ramp is actually very difficult to do. And that's going to be one of the benefits of the defense here from Chick. As right now, just going in towards barracks, though. I mean, that's not a good way to set up defensively against roaches and ravages. Generally, you would want something like a cyclone or like a tank in these early stages to defend against these roaches rushing over. So, interested to see. Reaper coming through the top side right now, and we're going to be seeing a few Ziglins as well. It's going to be seeing the Ziglins coming in, and actually going to try and get around the Reaper. Oh my god, he kills the Reaper. I mean, the Reaper's not a huge part of the defense, right, but it still can blast units around with the grenade, etc. And that still can get quite a little bit done. Bligh's first roaches arrive, and he already has the gas for 2, and soon to be 3 Ravagers, so he will have a little bit of that kind of bombing power as well. Chick here so far never really scouted what was going on either. He never got to see what was happening with the Reaper, etc. And now already, I mean, straight up this supply depot isn't even finished in the wall. As we're going to see a couple of corrosive biles. Oh my god, he hits 4 SCVs with the initial biles. That's huge. Overload obviously towards the front as well to allow him to trade from the low ground a little bit more easily, a little bit more, better. 1 SCV going down here, another SCV as well. Roaches and Ravagers continue to work their way through those depots, and we are going to see a couple corrosive bars coming down once again. Again, depots being damaged quite heavily. And we are going to see a corrosive ballot. Oh my god, hits a couple of Marines. I thought it was going to be a little bit more. Supply depots now continue to fall, means it's a supply block from Chick, but it's okay. He's losing enough SCVs to keep on building. Obviously, that's not really ideal. And now he goes into Cyclones to kind of help deal with this. That kind of just shows you why generally Terran players want the Cyclones, you know, that just kind of goes to show usually you want the Cyclones to defend this anyways, and that's why the kind of barracks-based opener here is definitely not the best sort of opener. As you're going to see Marine after Marine going down. Bligh's actually going to get away with a few of the Ravagers still. 16 workers killed currently, 34 drones to the 14 SCVs, sorry, not even 16. Corrosive again, Chick dodges away from it, and we will see Bligh continuing to escape off and away through this top side of the map. One more corrosive bile, and he will be able to force the Ravagers back to keep these, the Cyclones back to keep those Ravagers alive. Ravagers being kept alive nicely now as, okay, maybe he loses this Overlord. He's trying to save. I don't know what those biles were. I don't know what he was expecting to happen. Maybe just trying to pick up the trades. Just be careful, because he doesn't want to lose this Ravager for no reason. This is a general counterattack here from Chick, but Bligh, I mean, he's already started up 9 more Roaches, and realistically, there's going to be more than enough to defend this here. Oh my god, he just loses the Ravager in the end. Small mistake, and we are going to be seeing these units just pulling back a little bit. And as you see the scan coming down, Queen's pushing forwards, and we are going to be seeing again just this Cyclone being pushed away, this Marauder being chased as well. And nicely done. Bligh's already done a lot of damage here. I think he's already done enough to realistically take a heavy lead in this game. And we're going to be seeing just another corrosive bile coming down. And we're going to see this Marauder is going to have to be careful as well. I mean, remember that Chick does have a gold base, though, I suppose. He is going to be able to have a bit more of an income than you would usually expect. Doesn't quite make up for 20 worker difference, though. I mean, it's one way you can sort of look at this game and be like, oh yeah, this is my comeback mechanism. Yay. He has Stim, but he has so few units that I'm not even sure if it's going to be too worthwhile him using Stim Pack. As you're going to see, just the straight up kind of power of this Roach Ravager might be enough to push through right now. Cyclones coming forwards at you with the Stim. He's doing a pretty good job. He does kill both of the Cyclones at least. And as he moves away, he will have another attack down on towards the bio. I mean, still actually trading okay. Pulling back into a few more Roaches, which have just come across to help defend. Again, corrosive biles are actually being very well placed by Bligh, continuously being positioned in locations that basically predict where the Terran will move. And that allows him to essentially zone these units out. You know, Chick is not able to continue pushing forwards or anything. It turns into a pretty slick deal. Well, Marines and Marauders still just set up here from Chick. Still just sat at the top of the ramp. Siege Tank does siege. And we are still just going to be seeing these bio units looking to see what indeed their next sort of stage of this will be. Lair finishes up, a couple of Evo Chambers on the way. More Ravagers on the way up right now from Bligh. A couple of Creep Teamers continue to spread out down through the south side. I'm just going to be able to see this Creep coming through the top side as well over the next few moments. Infestation Pit dropping down here from Bligh as well. So he's continuing to tech on up, and well, again, 57 workers going up to 4th base. Now he opens up this pathway towards the gold as well, and if he gets through here, I mean, again, suddenly you do have to move such a large distance from the main base all the way down to defend this gold, and that becomes a massive issue. And it's not even about getting in position right now, it's about dealing with that as the game goes by, and obviously that then becomes, you know, access in towards the gold base, etc. as well. So a few Lings already going to stream through there, and they're going to be hitting that gold base in the next few moments. Meanwhile, Lings and Queens just setting up to the right-hand side here. A couple more Creep Teamers are dropping as those Lings run in. A whole bunch of SCVs already beginning to disappear, and he'll continue to chase up towards those Zerglings for the moment. Another tank is pushing on forwards, and you're going to see Marines, Marauders, and Medivacs still pushing through as well, coming in to pick up a couple of kills here. 11 workers picked off, as we are going to see an Extractor going down. And we are going to be seeing this hatchery going to be fallen too, but obviously so much damage is going to be done here by Bligh. I mean, he cleans out the entire gold base. Even the main base mineral line is in trouble. I mean, obviously, Bly just sort of waiting for the right moment to move forward. It's a very preemptive stim pack here being used as we see Lingers are actually caught up behind these roaches. They're not doing anything. Ravage is now coming back in, and it looks as though it is going to be enough for Bly to take the 2-0 to move through to the next round of the winner's bracket. Bly will stay in the winner's bracket here then.